The first ever World Marathon Challenge finished in Sydney, Australia on Friday, after a gruelling series of 7 marathons in 7 days across 7 continents, one of the toughest foot races in the world. Beginning at the Union Glacier Camp, the only private seasonally occupied camp in the Antarctic, deep within the Antarctic Circle, the challenge started on an overcast evening on January the 17th, where temperatures fluctuated between -5 and -15 degrees Celsius. The first to cross the finish line was David Gething from Hong Kong in a time of 3 hours 21:35 seconds.
So you've got temperature fluctuations, flying, not ideal. You probably won't be sitting down eating meals on the way, a lot of airline food probably en route. And that combination of issues is what they're really facing.
None of us have done anything like this because it's never really been done before, so it's going to be interesting to see how it works. At the moment everyone's happy, but I'm sure there's going to be times when that isn't the case.
Once the marathon was finished, the athletes climbed into an adapted Russian transport aircraft, flying to Punta Arenas in Chile, 4 hours and 30 minutes away. With no chance for rest except for the hours spent in the air, they were then battling heavy winds instead of snow in the city, which lies on the edge of the Straits of Magellan. Despite the windy conditions, Gething set the early pace and won the second marathon in 3 hours 23 and 1 second. From Punta Arenas, it was then a 15-hour flight via Santiago, the Chilean capital, to the sunny city of Miami, the third leg, and an early start for the athletes, where Aussie Doug Wilson took top honours in a time of 3 hours 41 and 28 seconds. Following an 8-hour transatlantic trip to the Spanish capital Madrid and Casa de Campo Park, just 2 miles from the city centre, was a location where a fierce rivalry for overall top honours was developing, as David Gething wins the race in 3 hours 36 minutes and 6 seconds, with Douglas Wilson coming in second with 3 hours 36 minutes and 21 seconds. The athletes left Madrid and took the shorter hop to Marrakesh, where they embarked on a nighttime run in the pouring rain. Doug Wilson finished first in 4 hours 20 minutes 36 seconds, where the inevitability of exhaustion and fatigue and the demands of travel were all starting to take their toll. Dubai followed Marrakesh, where the athletes assembled in blistering sunshine and hot conditions for the start of the race. The finish saw overall leaders Doug Wilson and David Gething crossing the line together, before taking the long-haul flight of 17 hours to Sydney, where all expectations were focused on the final race beginning at midnight. Gething had at that point accumulated a 44-minute and 31-second advantage over Wilson, who eventually won his home leg in a time of 3 hours 17 minutes 11 seconds, the fastest marathon of the week. But despite Wilson's efforts, second-place Gething did enough to win the inaugural World Marathon Challenge champion title. Mariana Zykova subsequently became the first woman to run 7 marathons in 7 continents in 7 days.